Still figuring this out. I think I'm tired. Good morning, folks. So today I am going to see detectives on the Colleen or Kathleen Moore case. I don't know why I keep saying Colleen. I just think it just rolls off my tongue a little better. Kathleen Moore case. If many people don't know, Kathleen Moore was a young Black woman. She's beautiful. She came from a rougher life. I shouldn't say she came from a rougher life. I think there was a lot of drugs and alcohol in that whole family dynamic with her. Her family her family seems to really love her and care about her. And, she was a longtime resident of Pinellas County, where she met Collin Knapp. Collin Knapp was a white gentleman, and that shouldn't matter, but it's very odd, that this white man murdered this Black woman that he said he cared about. Apparently that they were an on again, off again relationship, and she literally got no media attention, none. And it was very upsetting to me. It was upsetting to the team. So we went out there in an effort to bring light to her case. We were calling media out quite a bit, because they were staked out in front of Gabby Petito's house for weeks. And nobody was there for Kathleen Moore. And so we were just out there just trying to bring awareness to her case. We were out there applying pressure to Collin Knapp silently. How we were able to do that is just walking up and down a street holding signs. In reality, we were holding signs that said, where's Kathleen Moore? It was let me find it. I know I got it here. What in the world did I do with my stuff? Every time I turn around, I'm moving my stuff on me. I don't know what I did with the clipboard. I had a clipboard here. It's gone. I've lost my clipboard. Oh boy. Good morning. You'd think by Wednesday I'd be waking up and everything like that. Well, the good news is a friend called me. Oh, wow. It's 10:14 in England. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with my voice this morning. I really don't. It seems awfully hoarse to me. And I don't know why. So I'm just going to roll with it. I got to leave here about 9:00. So this is probably going to be a short live. I got to get ready. I mean, I've already taken a shower, did my hair, but I still want to, and I stopped and got gas last night. 10:15 a.m. in England. Okay, gotcha. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I'm happy you guys are all here. I would be talking about, Summer Wells' case, but since I'm meeting the detective this morning on Kathleen Moore, I just wanted to talk about it. What's very upsetting, and I really don't care. It's not about recognition, but I don't want somebody deceiving the public. And it really burns my grits that, Dog the Bounty Hunter has, claimed that he and his team found Kathleen Moore's body. Jonathan and I did not find her. If we had, we are raising money, as you know, right now for assets. We need wading boots. We need wading gear. We need to be able to get into these swampy areas as we are raising money, and as we're being able to get some collateral and, resources that we need for these cases. We will be doing a lot more. But we just could not get through this swampy water. We kind of knew where she would be located. While out there, I happened to look down. There was this shiny thing that was kind of covered with a little bit of grass, but it caught my eye. And before I was recording, and before I know it, I'm picking it up. So I know people say, use gloves, everything. We as a team have decided that we are going to make sure we have stock gloves with us, because what's upsetting to me about this, nothing worried about me. What is this? Yeah, I don't know this Doug character. I know that there's a YouTuber that asked my friend Jonathan Riches, which has helped build this team. And she asked that, you know, we stand down. I have. This deal is not with me and her, and still, my name keeps getting brought up into this. I want to make it very, very clear that everything that's going on had nothing to do with me. This crazy kitty from this lunatic from Texas had nothing to do with me. White boy lockdown and damaged goods with no has nothing to do with me. These conflicts have nothing to do with me, but I'm being drugged into them and I'm getting tired of it. So if you want me to keep your name out of my mouth, you keep my name out of your mouth. It's pretty simple. It's called integrity. And when you start bringing innocent people into altercations and into conflicts that had nothing to do with the conflict, it shows poorly on your character and integrity. I just want to make sure that that is clear. If I choose to block you, it's because I choose to block you. That is my choice to do. Whether or not conflict exists, it doesn't mean I want conflict to exist. It means I want to make sure I stifle off any possible conflict. So, I have obviously blocked many people here recently because I am sick and tired of being drugged into the drama. You know, I deal with people's lives, I deal with telling their story. And quite frankly, everybody else is just a distraction to me. And obviously, using me and the fact that I am rising up with my platform, and they're trying to stifle the work that I'm doing. If people want to fall into that, that's what they can fall into. If you want to, yeah, everybody knows that I get right down in the dirty. I go out there, I find the information, I work with a great team. And if anybody's trying to distract from the efforts that we're doing, if anybody's trying to damage the team as a whole, you have to ask yourself why. Why are people doing this? And you're going to have to make the decision for yourself whether you want to continue to support those efforts to destroy a team, the only team that's going out to these places and really bringing back to you information. So those are going to have to be questions that you're going to have to make for yourself. I'm a liberty person. I think everybody has the right to make their decisions for themselves. I do not hold anybody responsible. I do not blame anybody. I'm just getting sick and tired of being drugged into these petty squabbles for, you know, these YouTubers are cutthroat. You know, they see somebody rising, they want to take you down. And I do find that they only damage themselves in the process. So I would like to personally say I thank each and every one of you for being here. However, I'm staying out of the conflict. I'm keeping myself clean from this conflict. But I can tell you, if you start throwing mud at me, I will only take it so long before I start coming after you. It's fair enough? Fair enough. So everybody, if you guys love the work that we're doing here, please share and subscribe to this channel. Again, we are the only team that is really going out there and making a difference on these cases. We have raised the bar on these true crime stories. We get out there, we get the interviews, we put heels on the ground in these places. And when we bring you the information, we bring you the information as factually as possible. We don't, make stories up. We don't, allege things that we have not heard all the information for. And we record everything. So it's not like it's just our words. We don't mind. We'll if it's a source, we'll probably blur out their face, dial down their voice. So we can protect them, because a lot of these people that speak to us become preys of the internet, where they're being attacked, because these are people's lives, right? Something interesting came along. Let me get back to Kathleen Moore. So anyways, in this swamp, I just happened to look down, while I was recording throughout this swamp, and there was something shiny. I picked it up. We are going to be wearing gloves. And I just want to let you guys know that we were told by law enforcement, again, have this all on recording, because they were basically laughing at us like they always do until we prove ourselves to law enforcement. And basically saying, what are you guys going to find? We've already cleared the area. We've already done extensive searches in the immediate area. So we decided, okay, well, we're going to go back here anyways, right? We're going to go back there anyways and see what we can find. And so I happened to look down, shiny thing there. I just automatically pick it up, and I'm like, because there's kids' toys back here in this swamp area. I don't know who would let their kids go back there and play. I mean, there's briars everywhere. My legs got completely tore up, cuts and scrapes, and I still have cuts and scrapes on my legs from that day looking for Colleen Moore. But we knew she was back there. I've got to tell you, Jonathan kind of guides the team. He's kind of the head of the team. He's got a sixth sense. He's got a navigational beacon that's, very superior. He's got this gift. He's got a very good gift. I'm happy that he's on my team. And he kind of said, hey, this is not a sophisticated killer here. He's never killed before. He's not going to go far. He won't know what to do. The body's got to be back here. The body's got to be back here. So we get in there. I'm not prepared to do this search. Like, even the first few times that we went out looking for Brian Laundrie with all the briars on the ground there, I was not prepared for the search. I was wearing, tennis shoes and shorts, stuff for protesting, right? So I learned very quickly to wear, my work boots and long jeans, because I knew we were going out to the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park looking for him every afternoon. We would spend a couple hours out there going through trails, trying to locate Brian Laundrie or Brian Laundrie's body. And so when we got to the swamp, it reminded me so much of some of the areas in Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park. Again, we're 2 hours away from my house. I do not have any jeans. I do not have any work boots. I'm in tennis shoes and shorts. So long story short, we still get out there, but there's so much water as you get closer to the fence. So between the road, I think it's Creek Road or something like that, between that road and the fences to the houses, it was very heavily, wooded, briars, brush. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the pictures and videos that I put up. I mean, this stuff was coming up to my knee almost. And I'm walking through it and getting tore up throughout the process because I just wanted to find Kathleen. Well, I ended up finding this cleaver with missing a handle, and I recorded it. From the distance from the tree that I saw, showing where it was. And I turned around and showed Jonathan. He snapped the photo of me with it in my hand. Somehow or another, law enforcement ended up reaching out to me through Twitter and asked me, hey, Miss Griffin, do you have a phone number? Can we reach you? My detectives need to reach you. And this is as we're heading to Tennessee to deal with Summer Wells' case. And I'm like, sure, my number's this. Well, yesterday, while I'm sitting here, or the day before yesterday, while I'm sitting here, waiting for the car to get repaired, I get a call from a detective, Dan Toner, and he's like, hey, we really need you out there. We realize that you found, this knife missing a handle. I said, yes, I did. I said, I did put it back where I found it. And he goes, okay, great. Because we did find one out there. I said, yes, that's it. I do not have it. I left it where it was. I said, but I want to tell you that your officers told me that the area was cleared and this, that, and the other. And he's like, he was explaining that he still needs to meet me out there. He wants to dot all his I's, cross all his T's. And with this case, Collin's going to be trying to fight it, trying to say that we planted it or something to that effect, So it sounds to me like this knife or this blade that was found. Let me see if I can find it. Give me just a second. I'll go troll Mr. Rich's YouTube or Twitter page, and I'll bring this up to you. Just a second. Now, and mind you, this stuff we were doing on Saturday, the Saturday before they found her body, and we pointed everybody in the right direction. And if anybody knows our pages, we have a lot of people in the immediate area that follow us on these social media platforms. And so, plus we were out there talking to the neighbors. We alleged that we really believe she's back there. But it wasn't until and it was kind of crazy. It was almost like, I guess, the way I always say EBGB. So it's funny because Olivia now says, how Andrew says it, EBGBs. It's funny. So She's starting to talk like me, but we're thickening her skin up. And actually, everybody else is, because I got to tell you, this YouTube stuff and all the hate on here and all the slicing of people's throats and stabbing people in the back and lying on them is like ridiculous. I bring the truth. If you can't, speak with integrity and truth, what good are you? I mean, at the end of the day, really, what good are you? And I try to always speak the truth. I always speak my truth, at least. And here we go. Let me get this up for you. So there it is. So we found that, and it was missing a handle. Again, we were told the area was clear. We were told the area was clear. So they want to talk to me about that. So I'm meeting them at the 7-Eleven off Seven Springs and State Road 54 or something like that. I'm not sure. People have to remember this gentleman was I thought the worst, because this guy worked at that Harold Seltzer Steakhouse. So he was a kitchen manager. That means that he knows how to dismember, say, a cow. Most of these restaurants, people don't understand. They don't buy steaks. They don't buy T-bones. They don't buy, a rack of ribs. They don't buy any of this stuff. They buy cows, and they actually process the cows right there in the restaurant. So it's like really grade A, meat. That's how these restaurants work. They don't buy, 15 T-bones. They buy, 3 or 4 cows, and they cut the T-bones themselves. So, yes. Hey, Tinkerbell, how are you? She was out there with us. She saw the work we were doing. Hey, Tinkerbell, I want you to tell the audience, did you see Dog the Bounty Hunter or any of his people out there in the immediate area? Can you tell the folks here in the chat one way whether you saw him or not? I'm interested in seeing if you saw anybody from Dog's team out there. I know there's some lag in our speech and in the comments, but yes, that is terrifying. And this was somebody that she trusted. This is why I don't believe, anything when it comes to domestic violence, right? I don't believe any of it. I really don't. You're trying to convince me that these Wells parents had nothing to do. Look, domestic violence is domestic violence. If you can hit somebody you love, if you can hurt somebody you love, you're capable of just about anything. So I'll be meeting the detective in Pasco County. We'll probably be going over. How are you, honey? No, Doug and his dog and his team wasn't there. I only saw Andrew and Jonathan. Yep. We were the only ones out there searching. I mean, we had that mother and daughter team that tried to act like they were Kathleen's real family, and they weren't. They were just good friends, but they should have showed Kathleen, excuse me, Kathleen Moore's family respect by, saying that she loves her like a daughter. She came right up to Jonathan and said, "I'm Kathleen's mom." We didn't know if Kathleen was Milano. We didn't know if she was adopted. We didn't, in a situation like that where there's emotions and stuff like that, you don't go through a Spanish Inquisition to confirm that this is really her mom. I mean, who would come up to somebody and say, "Hey, I'm her mom"? So it was a really bizarre situation with those 2 girls. And those 2 girls ended up going into Collin's house and talking to him and coming out and basically saying they believe him. I was so frustrated. I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, you can hear me in the video. All right, well, I got to go. Like, you don't tell me, listen, we're here for victims and their families. I mean, I get that friends love their friends and have some sort of vested interest in an outcome of a case. They hurt too. I'm not discrediting friends. I mean, if something happened to one of my friends, I would be absolutely, utterly devastated. I would be. Danielle, I think that she's fine. Um, there's just a lot of conflict going on, and I don't know where it's coming from. To me, it seems like jealousy. That's just my observation. Um, but I don't know. I think some of this stuff kind of gets to you, and then you got people bashing you over the head. I mean, I'm dealing with it myself, and I had nothing to do with any of this conflict. Like, there is only one person involved at every aspect of this, one person and one person only. She facilitated bringing this crazed lunatic from Texas into our lives. We reached out to her through Jonathan to ask him to stand down. I don't know if she did, but I know all he has done is attack us, and we finally had it. And so we started attacking him back. Now she has asked Jonathan to ask us to stand down, which I have. And yet last night on this Doug channel, she's in there putting my name in her mouth. You can't have it both ways. You either want to stand down, and that means keeping my freaking name out of your mouth, and saying that I changed. I have not changed. This is how I have been in my entire life. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. What I don't like is people without integrity. People that lie. People that use people for money. That's what I don't like. I don't like being stabbed in the back. But I can tell you, their names are not coming out of my mouth. I will not promote them in the least bit of ways. And, for this female, which she knows who I'm talking about if she's watching this, you have my number. If you want to talk, you pick up the damn phone and call me, and quit calling Jonathan. If you want to talk this out, I'm willing to talk to you. But you have my number because you didn't mind calling me in front of Gabby Petito's house. You didn't mind putting me on your live in front of Gabby Petito's house. So you pick up the phone. You keep Jonathan out of it. If you want to handle yourself like a woman, act like it. Pick up the phone and address the situation, and I'll be happy to talk to you. If you'd like to work together, I'm happy to discuss that. But you going and putting my name out there after asking Jonathan to tell me to stand down, and I haven't even hardly talked about you except to speak up for you and just to explain that, it was unintentional. But to be honest with you, you brought this team that Jonathan helped build, your friend of 8 years. You brought that lunatic into our life. And you have not once helped us combat that. You think it's funny. So, if you got a problem and you want to talk about it, I'm willing to have a conversation. Pick up the phone and give me a call. Otherwise, keep my name out of your mouth and move on with your segments. Because all you're doing is hurting Jonathan. Jonathan helped build this team. And you're allowing these people to destroy your friend. And you don't give a damn. To me, that's not being a friend. And again, it comes back to character and integrity. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So at the end of the day, it sounds like Kathleen Moore met a horrible, horrible demise. And this is another gentleman that everybody at his work, Collin Knapp was said to be this big old teddy bear. Nobody could believe that he was responsible for this woman's death. He was just a big old teddy bear. And then when they found the body, they said it had to have been the drugs and alcohol. The drugs and alcohol do some major things. They allow you to do things that you would not normally do. And that is why I'm so adamant that Candace Wells had something to do with the disappearance and potential death of her daughter, Summer Wells, because drugs and alcohol make you do horrible things. I can guarantee Collin Knapp would not be behind bars right now, and Kathleen Moore would not be dead right now if it wasn't for drugs and alcohol. So I'm also going to say to everybody, if you have, thank you, Crystal. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If for any reason you are suffering from drug or alcohol dependency, if you would like help, if you are tired of it, if you just have hit the bottom, and you're ready to start climbing up one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. If you need help, you can reach out to me privately. I will get you the resources you need. However, you need to do 90 meetings in 90 days. And if you need to do 2, 3, 4 meetings a day to keep your mind right, that's what you need to do. If you have to quit your job in an effort to save your life, that's what you need to do. If you need to get out of a horrible, toxic relationship to save your life, that's what you need to do. If you are looking for resources to help you so you do not become a victim, you can reach out to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I will provide you the resources that you need. I don't care what state or county you live in. You're going to have to tell me if you do not live in the state of Florida so I can make sure I give you the right resources for the right state. If you're looking for meetings, I'm happy to give it to you, but you can typically find them by going to either Cocaine Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, or Alcoholics Anonymous. They have meetings literally in just about every city, every county, and every state across the United States. Again, we believe in you. You believe in us. We want to make sure that our viewers are safe, and we want you to have a happy and prosperous life. If you are struggling, we want to help you. We do. So please, reach out to us if we can help. Don't you break your silence. Allow us to get you the help that you need. Please, please. We're sick and tired of dealing with these cases. Look, I don't want to be on YouTube. Like, I really just don't. I don't want to be bringing these cases out there to you. But quite frankly, I've watched the media distort the truth. I've watched the media fabricate the truth. I've watched the media not tell people the entire truth, even when they knew it. And that is what really, and it was with the Gabby Petito case, with the water levels up to here, which was total horse shit, excuse my language. It was the fact that they spent all these millions of dollars in resources, and they were trying to convince us they were doing a thorough job. And we have the laundry parents within a half an hour find their son and his remains. And it was just deplorable to me. It was a waste of resources. They made the FBI and other agencies look bad after they had already kept their mouth shut and didn't help with Gabby Petito. They didn't help with Gabby Petito, going out there. They're just despicable parents. So that is why I even started coming out with this stuff. It really infuriated me. And then with Collin Knapp, it's mainstream media saying a gentleman has been arrested in connection with Kathleen Moore's death. They knew it was Collin Knapp that was arrested. So why did they say that? Because they're waiting for law enforcement to tell them. We don't. It's irritating. And they won't give you any information. Let's go back to the Gabby and Brian Laundrie case. We were boots on the ground there, right? We are boots on the ground right there. We heard within a few minutes after them finding the remains of Brian Laundrie that they found a gun in close proximity. But because law enforcement didn't make that public to mainstream media did not make that public to their audience. The only people talking about a gun was myself and Jonathan. And even Jonathan didn't even bring it up, which was very disheartening. I got a lot of backlash saying that I was lying about this gun. Then when it came out that he shot himself in the head, everybody's like, well, where's the gun? I'm like, I've told you at the beginning, it was within close proximity of his body. And you guys jumped on me then, calling me a liar. Now you're jumping on law enforcement, calling them a liar because who has the gun? They had the gun. They had the gun in this entire time. So sometimes you just can't win. You just can't win. So I just bring what I know to you guys. You guys believe it or don't believe it. I mean, obviously people believe in me. My channel is growing crazily. So again, if you guys like what you're seeing here, please pass it around. We have set the bar for these crime YouTube channels. We have absolutely set the bar for these crime YouTube channels. We are getting out there. We are looking up. We are researching. We are speaking to witnesses. We're bringing all that information to you. People are talking to us. We are providing law enforcement information that people will not give them because they are scared to speak to law enforcement. We have become and act as that conduit from witnesses to the police, primarily witnesses that are breaking the law and don't want to deal with law enforcement, right? They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to talk to a private investigator. They want to talk to sweet people that are just like them. Got to remember, a lot of people on my team have bad backgrounds. They were in prison. I was never in prison. But I did have arrests. It was domestic arrests, when I was in a domestic violence relationships. And it wasn't just one, it was multiple relationships. And it was with bad dudes. It was people that were felons that had been convicted of hitting women and, just bad dudes. And people were trying to use that against me. And I've never been convicted. All these charges have been dropped within days after the arrest because they knew the truth. I mean, you take one look at this guy that I was with that was known for beating women, and you've got me in a jail. You're taking pictures of all these bruises all over my body. It kind of tanks the prosecution's case against me. Wouldn't you say? So I do want to thank everyone that supports this channel. I want to thank everybody that supports our team as a whole, collectively, as well as independently. We all have our own little things that we're doing. And I feel like, I'm really starting to feel bad for Jonathan because I feel like he's being the punching bag. Like I'm even upset with him, I got to say, over all this drama that was caused by one person, that I was going to help. In all fairness, I was going to help. And they didn't help me. All they do now is try to destroy me. So that she's going to have to deal with that. She's going to have to deal with that. But I can tell you, if she keeps coming after me, at some point, gloves are going to come off. So hopefully she'll give me a call. Hopefully we can work this out. But as of right now, I am so frustrated and angry over all this chaos that was caused by one person, whether it was intentional or unintentional. I really don't give a damn at this point. I am sick of being run through the mud. Does it bother me anymore? It doesn't. But it's just, it's hurtful because the work we're trying to do is so honest, so pure. I mean, we're really trying to help these victims. And it makes me wonder why all these people are trying to distract from it. And they're trying to say, I'm a clout chaser. Are you freaking kidding me? To me, it sounds like they are, because they're not staying focused. They're being distracted with me, right? I mean, they're coming after me. They're being distracted by me. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about these cases. So we can either all work together or not. Take your pick. Take your pick. But if you keep using me as a punching bag, I will at some point start hitting back. I've got damaging information in my possession, custody, and control, at least on 2 of them, because I record everything, even telephone calls. So I just want people to back off. So this is about the victims. So now, oh yeah, and then now mind you, before I started all this, I was politically involved with my county, and I did a protest in front of a school board member's house, and there was uninvited people that showed up. And so I've got the stigma there. I got a county commissioner basically alleging now that I'm a racist toting, a gun toting resident of this county. So I'm probably going to be looking into attorneys. I'll be going after my own county here in the near future if they keep going down this road. So this is, and again, it's not something I can't deal with. It's not something I haven't dealt with already. It's not something I haven't dealt with in the past. It's just, these people I'm going to start getting back into the political stuff because right now, after that comment yesterday from Carol Whitmore, County Commissioner in seat 6 or 7, I don't know, at large County Commissioner, I'm going to start going after her with everything I got. We got a great team. If my team will help refocus, so I can start using some some resources from our team to dig up as much crap on her as possible, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do everything I can to cause damage to her and her campaign. So she's a piece of garbage, and she's been in politics entirely too long. So that is going to be forthcoming. I don't know where that's going to go. I'm waiting for a response back. I did a request for records asking for any and all information on this credible threat, because I want to see what they're saying so I can turn that over to my attorney, and we'll see where it goes from there. So at any thing, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been up since like 4:00 this morning, and dealing with fielding emails, fielding text messages, and other messages. I haven't even got to all of them yet. So if you guys sent me messages, just be patient. I am getting to them. Like I said, there are people that are evil out there that instead of speaking about these cases, what's your email? It's easy, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. So I was not on Molly's live yesterday. I ended up just getting off. I had to go eat. Why won't this thing work? I'm getting so frustrated. Does anybody know about these jewels? Like, I put these pods in, they work for a second, and then they stop working. Rub the bottom. Maybe it's not in there tight. Okay. So I don't know what happened. I didn't stay in there. There was a big, large panel on there. Everybody was a little, frustrated, because we're under attack. I mean, these YouTubers are, just attacking Marissa. She's out there trying to do good. Marissa has a different type of personality than the rest of us. If you are rude to her, she calls you out. It's, I try to take a more diplomatic approach. She, is just her. That's her personality. And clearly people like that. I mean, she's over 50,000 subscribers. Obviously people like the work she's doing, whether she, she's I take no crap stuff. Again, I'm more diplomatic, like coming out here, not throwing names out, telling them that, either back off me or, I am being respectful to my friend that has asked me to back off. If you've got a problem with me, you pick up the phone. You don't go to my friend asking him for help. You call me directly. If you got something to say to me, you call me directly. This notion, I'm not even going to go there. She knows exactly who I'm talking about. Pick up the phone and call me. You want to talk? I'll be willing to talk with you. But you going on all these chats and saying I've changed and, Molly's affected my ability to do this. I'm a grown-ass woman. Grown-ass woman. I make my own damn decisions. I didn't change. You did something that rubbed me the wrong way. Get it straight. And you never even apologized to me, whether it was intentional or unintentional. You were never the woman that you proclaimed to be on your YouTube and came to me and said, I'm sorry for bringing this crazed lunatic into your life. It was unintentional. I hope this doesn't damage our working relationship. That would have showed you had character and integrity. I wouldn't have blocked you on Twitter. You haven't done any of that. You know who I'm talking to. So I'll be damned if you're going to go on these other channels and say, I've changed. I have not changed. You just poked the bear. So anyways, it'll be interesting. I'm going to be getting back. I'll let you guys know, how the meeting went with the detective. I'm going to be leaving here around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time to make my way to Pasco County, which is about an hour and a half away from me. And let me just go through here. I know everybody's in here. Good morning, everyone that's joining. Good morning. Good morning. I try to do these things. Good morning, all. Good morning. I'm just going to get through all the good mornings. See if there's you guys rock. I love you. I do love you. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. And it's almost like the coffee club, right? Like we get in here every morning. We say hi. We listen. We have coffee together, and we watch the sun. The ones in the United States, I should say. I should discredit my followers from around the world. I know I have a lot of you guys in here, but even if you're going to bed or it's late in the afternoon, get a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee with us as we wake up in this morning. It's cold in the UK. Awesome. I wish we live in Florida. It's funny because it gets cold on Thanksgiving, but it's hot on Christmas. Go figure, right? I mean, and it seems like every year it gets hotter and hotter on Christmas. It doesn't even feel like Christmas. And actually, many people don't know I'm actually going through a divorce right now. I'm hoping they send me my paperwork. I mean, the divorce is final. Like, we divided everything. We didn't contest anything. We just want to have the divorce decree, the divorce order, right? So we can just both move on. And the courts have literally dragged this garbage out and dragged it out and dragged it out. There's nothing. We're arguing over literally nothing. Nothing. He took his stuff. I took my stuff. We split everything. Boom, boom, boom. In less than 30 days, he's already up in Ohio. I stayed here in Florida. And we're just waiting for, it's easier to get married than it is to get a divorce. I don't get it. Even when you're not even arguing over anything. Like him and I, we didn't even argue. We slept in separate rooms for 4.5 years before we got to this point, right? So I'm just waiting for that stupid order. I'm still waiting. I filed, I think, in May. No contesting. Just we've already divided everything. We just want the order of the court saying we're divorced. Can't even get it. It's just irritating. So I got here. Yeah, I don't know anything about the case, and sometimes I don't know how long it's been since your case. I don't know what the information is. If you want to send me, the city, state, your brother's name, what you know about the case and everything like that, I'm happy to, hand it off to the team and see if we can, if it's something we can help with. Right now we do have cases going on, but we are here to help. And if you want to send me as much information as you can, I can discuss it with the team. This is not something that I do independently. This is something that is done collaboratively with our team. And, so just send me that. It's bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, what time is it in England? It's 10:14 p.m. in Australia. It's 11 something in the morning in England. So I even have some people in Australia. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Good evening and morning to you. I know, right? It's 11:15 in England. So I got some people in England in here. Good morning, everyone. Let's see, 10:15 in London. It's 5:15 a.m. in Texas. And that was at 6:15. So you guys are An hour behind me. That's good to know because I'm going to be heading over to Texas. Probably be leaving later this afternoon or first thing in the morning. I'm heading over to Texas. A friend of mine got me some VIP tickets for an event. So I'm all about VIP tickets. I'm all about events. I need something to get me away from all this craziness. It's not going to be something I'm going to go live with because my live channel is dedicated to victims and victims' families. And but it will be nice to just have something different for a couple days. I'll be at events on the 18th and the events on the 19th, and it's going to be nice, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to be around my people. I haven't seen them in a really long time. A group of us are going, we're meeting, and it's just going to be separated from the team. It's going to be separated from the work. And it's going to be something that I really need to do. I just need just a little bit of break. Things have been getting a little crazy. These people's channels, they're insane. And again, like I said, it doesn't really bother me. What bothers me, I think, the most about all this chaos is they're dragging my friend Olivia, which is innocent. I'm innocent, to be honest with you. I have literally nothing to do with this pissing contest with Molly Golightly. Like, I literally have nothing to do with it. They are trying to drag me through the mud because I'm her friend. And whether you like her or not, it doesn't matter. I'm allowed to be friends with whoever I choose to be friends with. I'm still my own person. I still, like, what the hell? Really? What the hell? You're not going to, what irritates me the most is the thought that you think you have control over me to tell me who I can and cannot be friends with. And when you don't get the response that you want, you start attacking me. To me, that is low. That is the lowest you can go. And shame on you. Shame on you. You don't tell me what I can and cannot do. You don't do that. You just don't do that. If you like me, you like me. What I do in my own personal time with my team. So, good morning, y'all. We got somebody from Germany. Hi, Alexandra. I hope you're doing well today. It's nice to see you. Believe it or not, my nieces and nephew are from Germany. When my cousin got married, they flew over here. I love them to death, and I only get to see them once in a blue moon. But it's nice to have you got some of my family, some of my bloodline right there in Germany. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's nice to meet you. Yeah. Yeah. Tinkerbell has confirmed that Dog and his team were not there. It was Jonathan and myself that were there. So I will be meeting with the detectives on Kathleen Moore, Collin Knapp case this morning. I've got to leave here around 9. I got to meet them at 11. And I will let you know how that whole thing went. But apparently this was the knife, because I don't understand why they are wanting to discuss with me this knife. If it wasn't the murder weapon, it seems like it would be a colossal waste of time. Just my opinion. So, because he even talked about the attorneys, that the attorneys will say that you planted it, blah, 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 blah. So that tells me that is most likely the murder weapon, the weapon that killed Kathleen Moore. That it right there is scary. That a loved one would come after you with something like that. Just scary. Just scary. I'm telling you what, it's almost, I'm glad sometimes I'm glad I wake up alone. Like, I don't have animals here. It's just me. Some days it gets lonely. Everybody that I work with, has a significant other of sorts, except me. Kind of sucks. Yes, thank you. I will keep standing up for myself. I just don't like the drama. I think the drama is just unnecessary. I'd like it to die down, but it really ticks me off because the one person that started all of this, this whole entire chain reaction, has yet to call me and explain to me that they did not intentionally start all this chain reaction, but instead they call my friend to ask him for us to stand down. You got my number. If you don't have my number, call that friend, call Jonathan and get my number. You want to talk? I'm willing to talk. But keep my name out of your freaking mouth if you're asking him for me to keep your name out of my mouth. It's pretty freaking simple. I got to tell you, it rubs me the wrong way. Rubs me the wrong way. It comes down to character and integrity. And the only reason why I blocked you is because I feared for both. You never even once picked up the phone to apologize to me for all the chaos that was started. You wanted my help, and I was willing to help you. I was willing to give you my photos. I was willing to give you the videos. I was willing to do anything I could to help you and your channel. And you stabbed me in my freaking back, and you couldn't even pick up whether it was intentional or unintentional, and you couldn't even pick up the phone to call me and apologize. You want it done? Call me. That is the only way that this is going to be done. And I swear to God, if my name comes out of your mouth and in one more chat, leave my name out of your damn mouth. Which Candace? Medium Mama? Which Candace? Are you talking about Candace, the Summerwell's mother? Go way back, because I just read Kraken Cases was stepping away, and they should. The Kraken Cases should step away. They were brought into a lot of controversy, and I didn't even know who they were. Again, they stepped themselves out there and wanted to attack me and my team. And here I find out that they helped raise money for these billboards that people were obviously defrauded, and they were a part of that fraud. It's a little concerning. You guys got to be careful who you trust on YouTube. You got to watch. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they had me convinced that they were part of these search teams and everything else, and then I'm finding out that they weren't. So I don't know. Maybe my information is wrong. Maybe not. I really don't know. I just want anything that goes. I spend every single penny on these cases. I'm not sitting here in this rich house. I'm not doing anything. I purchased this house over 13 years ago. I paid cash for it. So I want to make sure people know I bought my house long before I was ever into the social media garbage. I paid cash for it. My home's paid for free and clear. My bills are minimal. I cleared out my retirement account probably 5 years or 3 years ago to buy my vehicle. So, and it's a 2011. It's got 138,000 miles on it. So I don't want people ever saying I took money from the people out there and used it for my own personal gain. Do I have bills? Of course I do. Those have to be paid. However, I live off literally nothing because my bills are so minimal. It gives me the opportunity to be able to do this kind of work because of my bills being so minimal. I'm very pleased that I was able to get these things paid off. I had a paid off home and paid off vehicles by the age of 30. That took a lot of hard work to do. This over the last 10 years, I've dwindled, my savings and stuff down to almost nothing. And that's fine. As long as I, success is measured in different ways. God has put this in my life, and I feel like I'm successful out of it. I don't need to have monetary success to be successful. I just need to have this. This is the road that we're going down. This is what we stumbled across. This is the journey that God has led us down. And this, I feel that we're doing very well. And so we want to keep moving that momentum. We want to have that momentum and keep moving forward. And, every time we turn around, it's sad because there's so many cases that aren't getting the recognition it needs. There are so many mistakes being made in law enforcement. It's not their fault either. They're human. People, need to quit thinking that these law enforcement officers are supermen. They're not. They're not. They're human beings. They make mistakes. Does it make them feel bad to make mistakes? Yes. Does it make me feel bad to make? Does it make you feel bad when you make a mistake? Of course it does. Does it change the fact you make mistakes? Of course not. So all this stuff about leave it to law enforcement. I'm sorry. When things go on and drag on and drag on, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have another pair of eyes on it. Doesn't hurt to have somebody else with a different personality that's not connected to law enforcement go out and ask some tough questions. That's what we do. We want the answers. Not only that, we're able to bring that information to all of you because you guys are the important ones out there. You're the ones that need this information. You're the ones that help us help them. I mean, I can tell you on my email account, I've got probably 70 or 80 emails sitting in there, maybe more than that right now, because I had 50 of them last night when I went to bed. I couldn't read through them all. And I guarantee that there's more. And people are sending us leads. They're sending us evidence. They're sending us things that we don't have the time to research. That is support. That is supporting our team. So if you guys like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. We need to build this channel up. Thank you for the super stickers. It is much appreciated. I will tell you for knowledge that the super stickers 70% YouTube takes. If you want 100% of your proceeds to go to our team, that is how to do it. The rolling credit at the bottom through Venmo and Cash App. If you'd like helping support the YouTube and the YouTube platform, please, by all means, keep rolling with these stickers. That's how you can help contribute to both. That's not an excuse. 2 years sober January. Yay! I'm so happy to hear that. The first year I think is the hardest. The second year is, you're still wobbling a little bit. You're still kind of wobbling a little bit, but you're getting good strong footing. I'm hoping. I don't know if you've been sweet. I don't know if you've been through all of your 12 steps. I found that in my second year, I did go through my 12 steps in my first year. I found going through my 12 steps again in my second year really helped purge some of the additional stuff that I forgot about. It helped purge the additional stuff that I forgot about. So, I wish you the best of luck. I'm so happy for your journey. I got to tell you, just because you're sober doesn't mean bad things won't happen, but you got to stay strong. You got to work through them, and you got to put your trust and faith in your higher power. So I'm very, very, very pleased to hear that. Thank you for joining, and thank you for sharing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. I love each person on here. I've got 355 people in my channel, and I feel like you guys are all part of my family, and I love each and every one of you. So if somebody hasn't told you they love you today, I'm telling you, I love you. So don't ever think that you are alone. You're never alone. I've been through hell and back. And if you're having a bad day, I hope I cheer you up at least. I hope I cheer you up. So let's see here. Yay. So a lot of the stuff is kind of gearing back. I know Kathleen Moore wasn't really like this national, news like Gabby Petito, Kylan Schulte, Crystal Turner, and, Summer Wells, but she was a young Black woman that lost her life at the hands of on again, off again boyfriend over the last 5 years. It's sad because they've had a very tumultuous relationship that nobody knew about, and it's sad. Apparently they went out. It was the Sunday after Thanksgiving. They went out. They were seen out at bars. Collin was seen pretty heavily intoxicated. I'm pretty confident that Kathleen Moore may have been heavily intoxicated. They went back to their house. They're both known for using, some drugs and things of that nature. We don't know if that was the case this night or not, if they were just continuing drinking. There was an additional person in that house because when she called her family around 1 a.m., and that was on, let me see what day that was. Thanksgiving, and it was the 29th. Yeah, so the 28th through the 29th. So they were out on the 28th, rather, excuse me, November 28th. And about 1 a.m., the early morning hours of November 29th, she called some friends, letting them know that her and Collin were fighting really, really bad, and she needed to get the hell out of there. Nobody heard from her since. She never went back to pick up her car. It was alleged that she got in an Uber and she just disappeared off the face of the earth. So we knew kind of early on that we didn't feel the Uber was accurate. We just didn't feel like that was, but it was the story that Collin Knapp was telling people. There was no evidence of this Uber ride. There was no evidence that she ever left the house. He also tried to say that she walked out of the house with a bag of stuff and never again. And Jonathan and I played all these scenarios off, and it's like, how, what I think the kicker is like, who would go from having a bad fight with their spouse to walking out of the door drunk just to stumble into the one person in the whole entire world that would pick them up and kill them? It just didn't make sense, most of the time. And I've been there too. Like I told you, I used to do a lot of drinking, a lot of drugging and everything like that. And there's been many times that I've just said F it and was walking down the road, and people would pick me up and take me home. And, they were strangers, but they were there to help. They helped me. I've never met somebody that said, that pulled out a knife and was ready to kill me, So I just, that did kind of, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It just, the chances of it happening are so low, that a driver of a vehicle is picking up a hitchhiker, and it's usually the hitchhiker that's going to attack the driver, not the driver that's going to attack the hitchhiker. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. So we knew early on that he was most likely involved. We let him know that we knew that he knew, or he knew that we knew. And we started, putting the signs, putting the silent pressure campaign, kind of just the evil eyes on him, letting him know that we were there, that he could not come out of his house and enjoy even a cigarette. We knew she was dead. We just needed to find out where she was. We knew she was dead. And the reason why we knew she was dead is because she didn't go back. She hadn't called. She was very active on social media. She wasn't active on social media. She wasn't calling her friends, the friends that she talked to every single day. She was not calling, speaking to them. She didn't show up for work. She didn't call her family, and her car was still left at her friend's house. She never came back for her vehicle. Her own vehicle there was no activity on her cell phone. There was no activity on her credit cards. There was no active. She just disappeared off the face of the earth. We knew she was dead. We knew she was dead. We knew she was dead. So we were on a mission to find her so we could reunite her with her family. We didn't want her being a Summer Wells. And we're still looking for Summer Wells. Again, it's kind of the same scenario, whether people want to believe it or not. We do not believe the theory that Summer Wells was abducted. We will never believe the theory that Summer Wells was abducted. We will never believe the theory that she was sold into sex trafficking. This is something that something happened to her, and her mother knows exactly what it was. Her mother knows exactly where she's at. And we need to pressure the mom to come clean. You're right. Nobody is perfect. Hey, Michelle. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. They don't appear to be news updates on Knapp for a week. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be out there. Like I said, I'm going to be out there with the detective. And I'm sure we're going to have a good discussion, about everything. I don't know what they need from me. I can tell you that I probably need to cut Kid off here so I can go through my phone and get the videos and everything downloaded. That's probably what I really do need to do. I probably need to upload everything into. It's kind of crazy because I have to use Jonathan because my phone is so screwed up. If anybody can fix this. So I don't have a memory card in there. I feel that I need to get a memory card for my phone. My phone had 512 megabytes or gigabytes on it. So it's a very large memory capacity phone. And the phone itself stores a massive amount of stuff. Every time I try to take everything off of it, the videos get corrupted. So when I transfer them to either my computer or a thumb drive or a memory card, the videos get corrupted. I have to upload them to like Telegram or Messenger and then download them again. It is this long drawn out process, and I need to know, why is Samsung not downloading directly from the phone to my computer? Why I can't get that to happen, and why it's corrupting. Like it just pixelates everything. It's horrible. But it's crystal clear on my phone. So if anybody can give me some information, please, send that information over to bullhornbetty@gmail.com and just put in the memo section Samsung phone or Samsung, troubleshooting or something like that. Something with Samsung Galaxy. I got a Samsung Galaxy Note and S10 phone, 512 gigs. I'm almost full to capacity on my memory, and I've got to get this stuff off of here, and it's not cooperating with me. So if anybody can help me out with that, I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need somebody. I'm getting irritated. I'm going to have to go to one of those, a different kind of vape. Jewel is about to lose my business because I got two of these doing the same exact thing, and it's starting to piss me off. Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's a cover up. Hello from the Philippines. Nice to have you guys. We really appreciate it. I'm sorry it's taken me a long time to get through all these, comments. It's hard to get through all these comments. There's a lot of them coming in. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are very active this morning. Thank you. Thank you. I find morning meetings, it gets the people going in the right direction. We talk about some cases. We have some chats. We drink coffee together. I've been wanting to come back in the afternoon, but I'm finding out, like Marissa's on, Ziggy's on. I don't want to take away from their channels. They support me a lot, and it's hard for me to take away from their channels. So I'm having to monitor all of them. And so for the last few nights, I haven't been able to come on, but I am, no matter what is going on tonight, I will be coming on tonight. I want to give you guys an update on the meeting with the detective, and I have some great strategies, I think, that we may want to consider for some cases, primarily Summer Wells. That will be all coming to you later this evening. I want you guys to please sign in here. We've got some, I think we got the tickets. So I think you guys will all want to come here, and we're going to, I can't, these YouTubers, they monitor and everything, these pages, they troll and try to find out any tidbit of information that they can. So I'm going to keep everything under wraps until this evening when we go live. I want everybody to stay tuned. I want everybody to come on here and please, if you can't watch it tonight, please wake up in the morning and watch it. I'll try to keep it short for the people that are in different countries. So, yeah, right. I know it's going to be bad. I'm just getting, I find that the only way to shut some of this stuff down is just start throwing lawsuits out, because it's real money and people have to start ponying up the dough. Once you get an attorney involved, nobody really wants this to go on, even in my county. But I'm going to have to start doing something, because I'm sick of the stigma over one video. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sick of the stigma over one video that I had no idea who that guy was. I was asked to do something. I was asked to trigger some people to boost sales, and I had no idea he was going to say that. It really put me in a bad situation. It's put me in a bad situation for over a year. It's one thing that people keep throwing back in my face, and it's in the digital world. So that means it's never going to go away. It's going to constantly be thrown in my face on every single one of these cases. When we start getting close, we're going to have to deal with the backlash. And the backlash, of course, is always the same. I mean, it gets a little easier and a little easier each time it happens, but it still sucks. You still have to see that. It's still a horrible, it doesn't look good. It just sucks. And there's nothing you can do about it except accept it. But I find acceptance sets you free, right? Acceptance sets you free. So I've accepted it. It doesn't change me. It doesn't change who I am. And it just sucks. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It just sucks. And it's the one thing everybody uses. Like, it's always the freaking race card. It's like, come on. Come on. And it's always white people calling me racist. Have you noticed that? It's always the white people calling me racist. My friends that are black know me. They would never, ever say that. It's always these douchebags that are freaking white. It's just irritating. Just irritating. I'm getting through the comments, guys. I'm getting through the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see where we're at. I'm getting through them. Doug had a bashing time last night about Molly. He has got it so horrible. And good night. It's 4 a.m. Oh, thank you, Brenda, for coming here. Yeah, I hear about this. And that's another thing. Like, I don't even know this Doug guy. And here he is attacking me and having this joker of a PI on his panel, bashing me. But this joker on the panel, honestly, shows his incompetence because he couldn't answer them. Like, on these reports, it says whether you're guilty or whether it's closed and you're not guilty, right? So he had all that information in front of him. And when people were asking him about it, he couldn't answer the question. He didn't want to answer the question. That's the difference. He had the information right there. And he was talking in circles because he didn't want to say, no, this case is closed. It didn't even go to court. Like, he couldn't tell people that. He wouldn't tell people that. It shows his character and integrity, and it makes you wonder why he had to drive that narrative. Because I am becoming a powerful voice on YouTube. I'm taking the bar and I'm moving it up, and people can't handle it because they have to start now making changes in order to compete. That's the problem. That's the problem. Jonathan and I started this stuff together. We have started building an amazing team. We have worked very hard. This is causing conflict between me and Jonathan, and I'm not going to allow it any longer because him and I have worked very hard to build this amazing team and to do amazing work. And I'm sorry that people are having pissing contests because they can't do it like we do it, and that is okay. But you will not knock me down. You will not take me out. There's nothing you can do about me but sit back and watch me do my job. And you're going to like it. And you're going to like it. Let's see here. Coffee club, definitely. Yes, I'm almost through. I'm hoping I'm almost through these things. We got a lot. So we've got some donors up here. There we go. I can't put, I can see you at the top, but I'm trying to find you at the bottom through the comments because I was so far up at the comments. Thank you, guys. We had a donation from, hold on, let me just click on this just in case I don't get it. Thank you, Danielle. We got two different Danielles. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. And Salty C, thank you. Use Q-tips to clean where the pod goes in. You can use alcohol Q-tips. Oh, thank you. Is that all I need to do? Okay, great. Thank you so much. It's been driving me freaking nuts. Like, it's starting to I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh my goodness. So thank you. So West Virginia is 38 and cold. Maybe that's what we need to start doing here in the mornings, telling everybody hi, where we're from, what the temperature is. We can get a nice little forecast out to the people in here. Like for me, I'm going to Texas. I don't know what the temperature is in Texas. I'll be in Houston and maybe Austin. I don't remember where my stuff is out here. So that'll be good. We just have a conversation first thing in the morning, get our blood flowing. Okay, it's 70 in Texas. Yes, Kitty Gitty has got a record too, and but his is convictions. His is actual convictions, not just arrest, right? It's irritating. Like I said, it's irritating, but they're going to keep, if they see that it bothers me, they're going to keep doing it. And quite frankly, to be honest, at the end of the day, it really doesn't bother me. I really don't care. And I don't even watch their channels. I watch literally none of their channels. The only reason why I hear about this stuff is because people, send me the stuff they're saying. And, the only way that it's going to stop is just ignore them, because they don't get to me. They don't bother me. They really just don't. I think both Danielles, I think I managed to miss your, oh, Molly's in here. She was in here, at least. She was in here. I don't know if she's still here or not. But good morning, Molly. I just came across your name. I went way too far up into the chat just to see if I missed anybody, because I really didn't have a whole lot to go on. Kathleen Moore was just not a very big case. It was closed very quickly, thank God. And I have to think that it was closed very quickly because of some of the work that Jonathan Riches and myself did on that case. Yeah, she's here. Molly. We love Molly. But I'm just, we got some people from the Netherlands. I hear you guys have a beautiful country there. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So Marissa is in the chat. We love her. And if you didn't hear me, Marissa, I was just telling everybody that, you're not going to tell me who the hell I can be friends with, who I can't be friends with. I think we got another super sticker here. I would like to become part of your team, but work behind the scenes. Thank you. Lovely. I'm trying to get to these things. I'll be putting them up so everybody can see them. I just haven't found them yet because I was so far up in the chat. So I do apologize about that. So we are getting through here as much as possible. And like I said, we're going to continue going. And we're not going to let these distractions continue to be distractions any longer. As of today, we are done. I can tell you that. But like I said, I'm still a little hot. And Molly can tell you, or Marissa can tell you, I said, we need to just let it go and ignore it. And so I'm not bringing up anybody's names in my lives. They don't deserve the recognition by any stretch of the imagination. They know who they are. That is causing all this extra chaos that's unneeded, that's taking away from the victims of these cases. And shame on them for doing that. Allegedly, go to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. The only way I can add you as a mod is with your email address. So you'll need to tell me that you're allegedly, and then I'll know who you are. Oh, so she's on it too. I just got her stand down. I'm sorry, Molly. I was in here and somebody started talking about it. Next thing you know, the conversation's going this way, and it just irritates me. I know it irritates you too. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. But I didn't say any names. So I couldn't help it. You probably won't be able to help it either. You're probably going to go off this afternoon anyways. But I'm just staying out of it. Like, this is like the last day. We're going to be free focusing. Once I get back, besides that, I had to find something to fill up, some time with anyways. But, this is it. I pay no attention. I have managed to go through here and block. What's this, Michael Penoy or whatever it is? Did we get him out of here? I didn't see Michael Penoy. I didn't see him. I don't know. Who has a drug problem? Listen, Michael, I want to ask you, this is irritating for me. You know Molly how? How do you know her? I can guarantee you do not know her personally. I'm not going to allow you to be in my chat talking despicable about a friend of mine that I know personally. I know her personally. You understand that, right? So you saying that she's got a drug problem is showing your character and integrity because you do not know her. You do not know her. And not only that, even if she did have a drug problem, let's just play devil's advocate, okay? Even if she did have a drug problem, do you think that this kind of behavior is what? Effective? Do you think it helps them or hurts them? I'm all about making sure people get off drugs, people, get out of domestic violence relationships. Do you think this kind of conduct is appropriate? Don't come into my chat and talk about people that I work side by side with as if you know them. You do not know them. You know nothing. You hear what other people talk about, and you're one of these armchair people that'd rather speak vile things than find out the information for yourself. So shame on you. I pray for you. But let's do better, okay? Can we, Michael? Let's get all facts before we start, stating mistruths, unless all you're trying to do is hurt someone. And again, that comes back to your integrity and character. So I have to think you're a nice guy. Let's get all your facts before you start throwing crap like that into my channel. It's not fair. Sorry, guys. I'm still going through all these comments, and I still never found those. Can I mod? Okay, that we're back to you modding for me allegedly. So I went ahead and got that. Okay, I got. Sorry, guys. I went up too high. Now I'm going back down. But I do want to say thank you guys all for your support today. I really do appreciate it. We work really hard here. It's been tough, as you know. There's a lot of chaos going on, and we just need to stifle that. I don't want that brought in here anymore. Yeah, it's a meat cleaver. I don't want that brought into my channel anymore. I want it to stay out. You know, we're going to ignore the haters, and I need all your help to help do that, because when you guys come in here and ask questions, it starts the conversation, and I just don't want to give any more of my platform to the chaos out there than they're already, kicking up. And here's why, because at the end of the day, this is about these cases. This is about the Kathleen Moore. This is about the Summer Wells case. This is about, Gabby Petito. This is about real people. Why are we distracting from them? And we have to ask ourselves why. And is the distraction really worth it? And me having a pissing contest with other YouTubers is not worth it. Let them have a pissing contest with themselves and let them piss all over each other. We need to stay out of it. And I'm hoping that everybody on the team, okay, Michael, you know what? I'm over you. You are gone. You are out of here. You have been blocked. So clearly this gentleman, Michael Portnoy, which probably is just a fake account trolling any here. Anyways, yeah, Kitty. Yeah, GT or FTFO. Exactly. Kitty wants attention. But again, it's another pissing contest. So let's just sorry. I'm saying this stuff and then I go do that stuff. So why don't we do this? Moving forward, we're going to leave all the the pissing contests on them. Let them pee on each other. We're staying out of it. I did nothing wrong. My hands are clean. I didn't have anything to do with the chaos. The original stuff here. I just wanted one person and one person only to hear my message, because this one person caused all of this for me, whether they like it or not. They did. I get it. It may not have been unintentional, but you could have picked up the phone. You could have called me. You could have apologized. You chose not to. And then you choose to call my friend and ask me to stand down on you while you blow up some chat filled with my name. That to me is a character and integrity issue. So if you're watching me and you know who you are, ma'am, I would suggest you call me, apologize to me, whether you feel like you should be apologizing to me or not. If you want this dead and you want to move on and you want to work together, I would suggest an apology goes a long way, because you caused incredible damage to me, whether you meant to or not. And I have done nothing wrong. Nothing. I haven't done shit to you. I haven't done shit to the crap that you brought into my life. You want me to lay down my sword? I'll lay down my sword. But show some freaking integrity and backbone. Pick up the phone. I mean, I would probably wait until tomorrow or something so I can calm down so I don't freaking scream at you. But at some point, I will be giving, my team an ultimatum if you really want. There we go. Here we go. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. we love our support here at Bullhorn Betty. This is how we are able to do the stuff that we're able to do. And not only that, we've got, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said, we've got things we got to buy. Like it just upsets me that we could have put that whole situation for Kathleen Moore to bed that Saturday if we just had $100 worth of equipment, and it was just wading suits. Those wading suits where you go into the water to go fishing. They're like these plastic overalls that are waterproof, and they kind of go up to your tits. And you can walk through water. You don't get wet. No water gets into you. It just, you can wear clothes and you'll be so completely dry. And they have like boots attached to them and stuff like that. That's the stuff. That's kind of some of the stuff that we need. And I think those are like 50 or 60, maybe $70 to get. So we need, obviously we have a team of 4. We definitely need, I don't see Marissa getting into swamp water. I just don't. I'm so sorry, Marissa, but I just don't see you getting into swamp water. I just don't. I mean, you see snakes and hear about alligators. You're running. Oh my goodness, she was so freaking hilarious when we were out there in that. Sherry, yes, I have Mexican in my family. Yes, I do. I'll have to. Let me show you my cousin. This is my blood cousin. I have to say that because people don't believe it. You can tell when you look at her face, you can see that she looks just like me. She's just brown. She's brown with brown eyes and brown hair. But I love my cousin. Her husband is huge. I mean, freaking huge. I don't know how to explain it other than that. What in the hell did I just do? I hate when I do this. Oh, I must have went to Bullhorn Betty. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if I can find him. I just saw my aunt and uncle, or my aunt and my cousin, just not too long ago. It was my my aunt was in town and she asked to come see me. I think it was after one of our meetings. Let's see here. Was it after Kylan Schulte or was it before? Gosh, these weeks run together. I swear to God. I can't believe, it was just September 17th, 3 months ago, we were at Gabby Petito's and or Brian Laundrie's house. And here we are, doing all this amazing work around the country, and it all started. And it wasn't something we wanted to do. It was one of those things that the progression, like we did this case and then we were pulled to this case. People saw the work. They wanted our help on this case. And it was crazy because I don't know how to explain it. It didn't come natural, but I guess it came natural. People saw something in us that we did not see in ourselves. And then all of a sudden, we see it. We saw it, and but if it wasn't for the people out here watching us and saying, we got a gift, we probably, after Gabby Petito, we probably would have been done and wouldn't have gone on to the other case. But then people saw the work we did and they asked us to get involved in Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner. And when we went down there, that's when we realized we had, a gift. We found more leads. We found more persons of interest to discuss. And we gave that over to Jason Jensen, which is the PI for the Schultes. We tried to hand it over to law enforcement, to that pompous ass Lieutenant Kim Neal, but he was too busy laughing at us. He closed his mind off and didn't think we'd have pertinent information. So we had to give it to Sean Paul Schulte and Jason Jensen, as well as Diane, to get that stuff over to law enforcement. I even had to call the district attorney to tell her, oh, here we go. Here's my cousin. Where's my cousin? There she is. So that's my cousin and her husband. Let me get that out of there. You can see we have almost the same exact face. She's just got the dark hair and the brown eyes. That's my cousin. That's her husband. He's a Mexican wrestler. He's awesome. I love, oh, there's a good, better picture of George. Okay. Family. My loving crazy. My aunt, my cousin. Look at that beast. Look at him. So, so they know what I do. So they were happy to be a part of the little video. But that's my family. You know, it's all different colors, all different. You know, we're just a Heinz 57 group. So this idea that I'm this horrible person is just crazy. I mean, just crazy. It's like it's a freaking video. It's like what with a 30-second video that I mean, I honestly can say it was in poor taste, but I really didn't know that guy was going to scream that. It was just a trigger video. But you know, that's what I get. You know, you got to watch what you drink. You know, I was out there having a little too much fun, and it is what it is. So thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. So getting on, I want you guys to stay tuned, and I hope Marissa's still in here. I know I was, her and I had discussed some things, and I kind of, after coming in here, and I know she's probably going to be derailed at hers because everybody likes to tell us stuff. You know, they really love us. I mean, it's kind of, it's crazy because people really care about us. They love us. You know, they're almost like mama bears and papa bears, right? They don't want anybody touching us. They don't want anybody saying anything about us. Like they've grown to really love who we are and what we stand for. And then they hear these people just coming out and bashing at us. And it's like, you know, they've watched us and watched all the stuff that we do and everything like that. And they're like, how can these people talk like that about you? And I think that's the reason. Yes, I do believe that being true. And I think that that's the reason why we're being so far distracted. We have to, you know, it's going to be one of these things where Molly and myself both are going to have to train ourselves not to allow that to derail our lives. So we got to stay ultra laser focused. You know, I kind of come out here without a teleprompter. But until we get past all this nonsense, I think maybe I do need to start having some bullet points written down. So I make sure that we are guided and don't go off on these tangents and distractions, because at the end of the day, they do not have that kind of control on me. And I feel like every time I bring them up, I feel like I'm giving them a little bit of control over me. And I don't want that to ever happen. Nobody controls me. Nobody controls what I do. And I think it's going to be very important that our team shows solidarity in finding the truth and not allowing ourselves to be sucked into these petty squabbles and pissing contests that do nothing but distract from these people's lives and these people's cases. That has to be our focus. And I hope I get your support on that. I really do. But we do want to keep my daughter. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes. But that's what happens when people don't know where you come from, right? They say, oh, she's the epitome of blonde hair and blue eyes. Well, first of all, my hair's not blonde. I hate to bring it to you. My hair's not blonde. It's actually very dark. And the only reason why it's blonde is, as you can see on this side, it's very gray. It's easier for me to go blonde to keep my hair looking nice than it is to have the dark color with the gray roots, right? You get it? So I'm not blonde. I spent a lot of money. Actually, I quit spending a lot of money because I now have started doing the work myself. I have the processor. I have the developer. I got the powder. You know, you just split it down here. You get yourself 4 little things. You pull it all up. Do around here first. Around here. Do around all the edges first, right? You have to do all those first. Then you split it down. You pull these back. You keep this up here, and you do the back first, right? You do the whole entire back first. And it's hard to do your back. If anybody doesn't understand, it hurts your arms. It hurts your hands because you're constantly back there and you can't see what the hell you're doing. So you just kind of pray that you didn't miss a spot. So I cake this crap onto my roots because I want to make sure I don't miss a spot. And then I do the front. But the bad thing is that because my skin is so, I mean, look at that. Okay. Benny wants to say I'm balding. I don't get where he's saying that, but that's okay. I think he just tries to do anything that ruffles anybody's feathers. But as you can see, the darkness right there. Well, the funny thing is once I do blonde hair, it almost looks like I'm bald because it matches the skin tone of my skin. So I got to wait until, like 2 weeks for the little, stuff. Anyway, TMI. I get it. TMI. But yes, please come back. We can bounce between channels, and you're leaving us in a few days. Yes, I am. I'm going to. Thank you, Pink Sugar. Thank you for loving my channel. Just make sure you guys subscribe. Yes, I'm taking off for a couple days. I'm going to be, actually, it's probably going to be more than a couple days because I might have drive time, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be alone. I may just go ahead and, it's not a case. It's a personal trip. I have been offered to go to Texas, and, I still have to get a hotel room and stuff like, wow, I had a surge here. Lights flickered. But I'm going to be going to Texas. I'm just going to drive over there. I don't think it's too far here. It's not that bad of a drive. I'm going to Houston, and where's the other one? Hold on. I can tell you where the other one is. Oops. I think it's Austin. I don't know why I'm saying Austin. So Houston and Austin is where I'll be going. We'll see. Let me just see here. But here I'm on the VIP list already. I'm waiting for one person to confirm that to be true before I leave here, that that I actually am on the VIP list. Houston and Dallas. Houston. I'm going to Houston and Dallas. So it's going to be Houston, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. That's where I'm going to go. I'm just going to take a break and be with some friends and enjoy just a few couple days. And I think it'll be fun for me to laugh and have a good time and stuff like that. So you'll be passing through my city. Well, I'll have to keep you guys posted, and you guys can be out there honking for me. Bullhorn Betty! No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's almost 8 o'clock. I got to be out of here in an hour or so. So it's been great. Houston to Florida drive is beautiful. Oh, that's good. Do you guys know how long it's going to take me? Well, I'm guessing I'm going to find out through my stuff. I still got to book my room because I'm not sleeping in my car. Some people sleep in cars when they go to these things. So who knows? I don't know. I'm not doing that. So hopefully it's not too awfully expensive out there, but we will see. I think they're all protecting each other because they are all the same, all predators. Sick. Yeah, maybe. So anyways, again, if you guys like this channel, please tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. We do cover true crime here, but it's just done in a way that you never seen it before because we actually put boots on the ground. I am part of those boots on the ground. We find the witnesses. We ask them, for information. We go out there and we search for people, man. We really do. That's why I'm meeting the detective this morning, is because of our search work that we did on Kathleen Moore. It appears that I may have actually located the murder weapon, and it was placed back where I found it, but they need to get additional information related to it. And, we always, the reason why we do this work is to help law enforcement. And so anything that we have, we want law enforcement to use. I heard from Michelle After Dark that just on a side note with Summer Wells, that the district attorney is now involved with that case. And they said, well, usually when the district attorney gets involved, it usually means that Miss Appleberry, first of all, if you watched any of my podcasts, we were told by law enforcement that area was cleared. You know what that means? You know what it means when it's no longer a crime scene? That means I had no duty to wear gloves. I was not doing anything wrong. So if you're going to come in here and start being a jerk, I'll block you. But you need to get your facts before you start running that trap. God, I'm glad I'm going away for a couple days. Maybe I'll protest in front of Kitty's house. Maybe that'll be up my alley. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll keep it clean. I'll keep it clean, Benny. Oh. Bald-headed propecia coming for you. Oh. All right, I'm done. I'm done with the pissing contest. So if they want to berate me, they want to attack me, let them do it. That's their character and integrity, which some of these people have absolutely none. So we're going to go and have some fun. I may just go ahead and leave a day early just so I can relax. If you guys want to sponsor, I'm always looking for sponsors. So I love you guys. I think you're beautiful people. I want you to make it a great day. Don't forget to tune in tonight. I got some bombshell stuff that we're going to be talking about tonight. This is going to be epic, guys. This is going to be epic. And I need all your helps and all hands on deck, but it's going to be epic. And I need you guys to tune in. I love you guys. Take care. And we'll talk soon.